So today I've got in front of me a toothbrush, electric toothbrush from a company called Lifein. And when they first reached out to me, I was curious about not just this product, but their entire lineup of products because I had heard about them on social media. You probably have as well. It started with this hairdryer right here, the Swift, very similar to some other expensive hair dryers. Now myself, I don't have as much of a need for a hairdryer. However, those that have tested this have seemed to indicate that it is surprisingly powerful for the cost. So what Lifein is aiming to do in a number of different consumer electronics areas is to just bring something a little bit more affordable, but still feeling premium, and not just premium in the product experience, but also in the unboxing experience. And the unboxing experience for the toothbrush is one of the most Apple-like unboxing experience that I've personally seen in a product that is not an Apple product. And that's also kind of Apple-esque with the way that it's wrapped in paper. So their hairdryer is utilizing some fairly modern tech, and it's able to kind of shrink the head of the hairdryer significantly in order to achieve that. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about here today. I just wanted to give a little bit of backstory. Their next product, which is in front of me here, the toothbrush. So the one in front of me is stainless steel. They've also got a white polished plastic look, and then there's a brushed one as well. I think we have them all over here, so we'll do a comparison. Essentially what they added with this toothbrush is a type of oscillation which I haven't seen before on other toothbrushes. As you know, if you've ever used an electric toothbrush, you've got one that kind of spins, you've got another one that vibrates. In the case of this device here, you have it actually in a brushing motion. You can kind of notice that brush head moving up and down. So the other thing I should mention real quick is that everything is kind of sealed off. You can rinse the entire brush without a lot of concern of water going into different crevices and things like that. There just aren't that many. It's kind of like a sealed off unit. So before we get into the main portion of the unboxing, you actually get even an Apple-like exterior box as well. So these are the two slightly more premium ones, I guess, based on the materials that are in use. Actually, the one that I've been using at home is the plastic model, which also feels pretty premium too. It's got that kind of glossy white color to it. Let's go ahead and start with the brush, and then we'll move over to the stainless, and we'll talk about some of the different heads you can install on here. Now this is almost exactly like an Apple product here with these pull tabs and even the green color on the arrows. Another green pull tab, satisfying, quite satisfying. The only thing that's exposed is at the very top, just where you attach your brush head. Otherwise, this touch-sensitive button is recessed, but it is not a cutout, so it's completely sealed. And the same thing goes around the whole body of the unit. The only thing you're gonna see on the bottom is the 3 contact points for the magnetic charging. It's actually MagSafe. It will remind you almost exactly of a MagSafe charger, including the braided cable. Obviously, some manufacturers include like an external charge base, and there are some benefits to that. It's always got a place to go. However, they do tend to get a little bit dirty every time you place your toothbrush back on. It's one more thing you gotta kind of watch out for from a hygiene perspective. And then also for travel, this is about as slim as you're gonna be able to get. They've taken a different approach. They've gone for portability and obviously magnets, which I'm typically a fan of magnets. And the other thing is you don't actually charge it that often. So I've been using it for maybe like a month. I think I've charged it once, maybe twice. Otherwise, we've got a little bit of paperwork. And then lastly, we have some brush heads to get us started. One of them is blue and white and purple. U is ultra whitening brush head, super clean brush head, and then also gum care. So 3 different options. Obviously you can pick your favorite and I guess order more of those, or you can keep a variety pack. It looks like you can actually buy the kit as a 3-pack. Now that was satisfying. So this is the way that the brush heads are gonna be packed when you purchase a 3-pack. Okay, so let's go ahead now and compare the stainless model to the brushed model, and you guys can let me know which one you have a preference for. Unboxing experience, once again, elegant, Apple-like. And the funny thing is, I don't think that this company is bothered by the Apple comparisons. I think that's exactly, like, they're fully aware that that's what they're going for, and it's the type of experience they want you to have with a toothbrush, which is not an experience I expected, nor do I expect Apple to ever make a toothbrush, so this might be as close as you get. So this is the most premium of the bunch. They actually do have a slightly different price point. So the stainless being the most expensive of the bunch, and then in the middle is the brushed, and then the plastic model is the entry point. $89, $99, and $129. It does feel premium in your hand, like it's cold to the touch, like you would expect from a stainless material, and it's grippy, a little more grippy than the brushed. But again, it's a preference. Maybe you want something that's really shiny and flashy, or maybe you want something a little bit more subdued. You have those options. Otherwise, the unboxing experience is the same. You have the same magnetic charge cable as well as your USB-C to A adapter and the same 3 brush heads. And the performance is going to be the same too. Best bang for your buck, you just get the plastic one. But if you want the most premium model, you can go for the stainless steel. Historically, electric toothbrushes have moved in a handful of different ways. Obviously, there's the rotational, which you've seen. I don't know if that was the original, but you've definitely seen it. It just spins in a circle. And then you've also got kind of ultrasonic vibrations. This one does vibrate too, but then it's also got this kind of brush stroke looking movement, which is unique for the space. So if I turn this on, essentially this is mimicking a typical brush stroke, a kind of up and down brush stroke. That's what you're getting there. This 60-degree oscillation range is apparently 3 times wider than some other competing brands that make similar movements. With this amount of movement, you can easily see that brush stroke-like pattern. It's also got something called airplane mode in it. So if you do travel with it and you don't want to turn it on by accident in your bag, you can actually trigger airplane mode. The airplane icon there will illuminate and it won't be able to be turned on unless you wanted to, in which case you will push and hold the power switch in order to overcome the airplane mode. Successful. Okay, so we are currently connected to the toothbrush because of course your 2024 toothbrush should also have an app. And within the app is where you will find your opportunity to calibrate your toothbrush or update the firmware and check out the different modes. I can dial in my vibration strength all the way from a level 1. It was at a 3 by default, all the way up to a level 10. And I can take my oscillation range. So that's the amount that it creates that swipe motion. And I can go there from 1 all the way up to 10. And then my oscillation speed, that can go all the way up to 10 as well. So that's currently going to be at my 1 setting. Let's see if it takes right away. Oh yeah, that unit go. If I switch to mode 2, see, it chills out a little bit. Flight mode, you can trigger from the app or just from the device. It makes a little beep. You don't want to get to your destination and then your toothbrush is dead because it's just been running in the bag or somebody thinks it's some kind of dangerous item. That's a good, smart feature. I can even turn on the toothbrush from the app. I'm not sure how often I would need to do that, but I can. I like that I can check the battery, even though you can check the battery here as well. There is a battery indicator. It will change colors depending on how much battery life you have remaining. So as mentioned, I've been using this toothbrush now for, I think it's at least a month. I find the experience to be quite enjoyable. What I'm looking for is a little bit of strength in there. I like to feel like I just brushed my teeth. I'm not one of these people that typically selects for like the ultra soft. I want to get in there. That's what I've been able to do with this toothbrush. And really, I haven't found myself wishing that I could have my old toothbrush back. Unfortunately, for some reason, Will gave me the plastic model where now I want one of these metal ones. Cool to the touch. But the biggest difference, I think, for me at least, is just the amount of movement per rotation. Because it really means that you move around in your mouth a lot less. So you're kind of just directing the toothbrush to the variety of locations and it's getting a real scrub going. To be fair, I haven't really messed around with the app too much. I haven't felt a need to. I do like the airplane mode and the ability to travel with the super easy cable. And then the other best part is just from the hygiene perspective. It's the huge other drawback of electric toothbrushes when people don't keep them clean. With this being IP7, the entire unit can withstand being submerged in water for up to 1 meter. So just dunk it, rinse it, clean it. Like this is the only portion separate from the main body, just up there, and you can easily wipe that down and then you're done. Another thing I should mention is the weight of these devices. So they do get heavier slightly as you get up to the more premium models. Stainless steel model is 163 grams. The aluminum alloy is 151 grams, and the ABS, the sort of polished plastic, is 135 grams. So there you have it, a brand new toothbrush from a new tech company, new-ish tech company. That's why I asked them to send over their hairdryer as well, because they're making some moves in this space, personal hygiene, consumer electronics. And I was curious about the fit and finish, and it looks like, at least based on my exposure, that it's for real. Like this stuff feels solid. The unboxing experience you saw for yourself, and the fact that I've been using it for about a month. Now, a month is not a year, so take that for what it is. These are some pretty nice put together toothbrushes that I think you will be interested in. We have the stainless steel, the aluminum alloy, And we've also got the ABS plastic. Let me know in the comments which one you would pick. Obviously, you get a discount if you go for the ABS, and you pay a little bit more if you want the premium in the stainless steel.